no.
Okay, September 25th, it is 7:01. I'm going to call the regular committee meeting for YPAC to order. Roll call.
Commissioner Humes,
Present.
Commissioner McCormick,
Present.
Commissioner Mohammed is absent. Commissioner Monroe appears to be absent. Commissioner Perry, I think is going to be late. Commissioner Wolkoff,
Present.
we have 3 members and I think we have a quorum.
Thank you. Commissioner Wolkoff and Commissioner Humes, if you've had an opportunity to go over the agenda for today.
I have. I would like to add to the agenda, talking about the advisory commission ordinance that we were talking about last month. Do we have to make a motion, or do we?
You do not, as long as everyone is, agreeable to
So
it.
you two have.
Yes, we can add that on as D, a review of the ordinance for YPAC. Any other amendments? All right. I make a motion that we accept the agenda as written.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Since you're the chair, and you make the motion?
Well, y'all weren't doing it now. We moving this meeting. All right.
Watch out.
I would agree with the chair.
If my fellow commissioners can take a couple moments to approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting, which was held on Thursday, August 28th. See if we need any amendments or additions to it.
Move that we accept the August 28 minutes as written.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm gonna put Commissioner Wolkoff down as supporting.
Cool.
Now time for public comment. Is there anyone in the audience that would like the opportunity to speak? No?
Happy to be here.
Thank you. We're happy you're here.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Do we have anyone online?
Commissioner Monroe is online. But he doesn't
Welcome.
have his hand up.
Okay.
Welcome.
So we can move on to number 6, discussion items. Ypsilanti Police Department Chief Anderson is here with us today, ready for his monthly reporting.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, commissioners. I'll start with just a monthly update. Month of August. No use of force reports. Everyone has a copy of my memorandum. We had 3 complaints that were investigated last month, citizens complaints. Majority of these were actually made online, but the number, obviously 2025 corresponds to the actual year that we're in. The 003, 004, 005 correspond to the actual complaint number for the year that we received. So total, as for the year, we received so far 5 citizen complaints. These all were not sustained, and 004 was not sustained simply because it was wrong jurisdiction, wasn't involved with YPAC personnel. Vehicle pursuits, none. Training, this was a difficult month really to do training, but we did send someone to speed measurement schools. I'm gonna skip recruitment and staffing and go back to that. Community engagement, obviously, last one, we did participate in National Night Out. We have been participating in a back to school giveaway where we provided residents of the city, children with backpacks, with pretty much all of those backpacks. So that's been a success. Going back up to recruitment and staffing, I listed on here currently 9 department vacancies. That actually changed within the last 24 hours. We've had another offer letter sent out to someone to attend the police academy next month. So we'll have 2 people currently, as it stands, in the academy in October, which will leave us roughly with 8 vacancies. We do have 4 candidates right now in background investigations, but we don't believe that we will be able to move forward with them for the October academy, which makes them a candidate for either a January academy or a spring academy. We do have 5 officers in our department right now are in field training at various stages, from first phase, second phase, third phase, and actual shadow phase. We expect at least 2 of those officers in the next week or so to be promoted to solo patrol. And again, 2 officers were hired in the month of September. They started 2 weeks ago. I'll move to the crime statistics unless anybody has any comments, questions. Remember asking.
I do have a question. And I don't know if it's changed, but are people who are returning citizens or youth that have been in the system allowed to apply to be a police officer?
It depends on what exactly that conviction or what was for. So that's on the case by case. We have to look at that.
Okay, so it's case by, okay.
Yes, there are some things that are non-disqualifying. There are some things that will allow that person.
Okay, because I've had youth ask me. Say I can't, but and then, thank you for that clarification.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'll move to.
We're ready.
All right, move to the monthly summary of offenses. I'm gonna start on page 2. Been consistently busy. Calls are coming in. We've been very busy with calls for service. If you look at from 09001 down to robbery, there really hasn't been a change. We have had 1 CSC, but all those have kind of remained 0. Robberies stay consistent. The non-aggravated assaults remain pretty much similar to last year. We only had 20 of those. Where I jump down to is the larceny. We've experienced a lot of larcenies in one way or another, whether it's fraud, whether it's packages being stolen, whether it's larcenies from vehicles, or breaking into someone's house. We've experienced, an excessive amount of those. So as you see down at the bottom, 23003, that's larceny theft from building. There was an increase in those. It says 300%. This means we went from 1 last year to 4 in the last month. If you flip over to page 3, it's similar. If you just look at the larceny other, which is 23007 towards the top. Last year it's at 11, this year with 18. Those are several types of crimes that are encompassed in that. Some of those are, like I say, stealing packages from porches. Some of them are classified also as just, instead of being a larceny from vehicle, somebody may have just classified as a larceny other. So those have remained high. Also, the fraud pretense, if you go down to 26001, we saw a 300% increase. We have experienced a lot of frauds over, I would just say, the last 6 months, especially with some of our elder population, with these scams calling. There's a lot of fraudulent activity, and those cases are definitely hard to follow up and actually try to prosecute. We flip over to page 4. Nothing had really changed here. Everything is stayed the same, or there was a reduction. Page 5, this time of year going down. A lot of disorderlies, which is kind of what falls under 53002. A lot of disorderly calls, which means somebody's calling about a disorderly group or person, and then we're called out there. Also, the 54002, operating under the influence of liquor or drugs. That's an OWI. Those are high. Last year, we only had one OWI that was prosecuted in the month of August. This year, we had 6. So that's where that large increase just means there were more OWI arrests in this month than last month.
Would you say that that was directly connected to the fact that there's
We have people.
more officers on the street? Because if we look at the other one, the traffic violations also have gone up. And does operating under the influence fall under traffic violations too?
It could, I can't get that granular with all of the data, but these OWIs could be somebody running into a building who was later arrested for that, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's a traffic offense. With more officers, there would be more traffic stops, which could lead to an OWI. But if somebody crashed into a building,
In a vehicle, if you crash into a vehicle, that's not, into a building, that's not a traffic violation?
no, that's not what I said, that's not a traffic stop.
A traffic stop, oh, okay, okay.
So that is, OWI, person crashes into a building, that's not a traffic stop, that's responding to a criminal complaint that involved a vehicle, which is a traffic issue. So I don't know, all these were not necessarily traffic stops, which is the increase. You're 100% right, as we get more officers, increase in traffic stops will occur, which gives you a greater opportunity to encounter OWIs, but these are not solely that.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Other than that, most of the numbers stay pretty consistent. There is one page where. All right, like our investigative activities, you saw an increase. That's simply because we actually have a detective now actually in the detective bureau. So when they're doing their follow-up, doing their investigations, they will call out that they're on follow-up or doing detective duties, which you will see those numbers jump up. Or increase, not jump up, increase. Other than that, anybody have any questions?
So, yes, is our detective, like, full-time?
Yes, sir.
And that's all that, officer does, do investigations?
He follows up on cases, but he also helps out from time to time on the road. By us being so small, he's one of our field training officers and actually one of the more senior people in the department. So he is feeling kind of double duty in that he assists on the road and help with training, but he's also he's the primary in terms of we need a case that needs follow-up. There are certain types of cases that come from the state of Michigan. They're called lenses, where we have to have a person to be a point of contact for the department, and they follow up on those as necessary.
So here's a sensitive question. Is there additional compensation for that person for those extra duties?
I am working diligently to address that. I don't think this is the forum to really have that conversation, but I am working with it. That is in the back of my
So
mind.
the answer is no,
Is there anything we can
but that's
do?
something that's being looked at.
I don't think it's anything you can do, but I'm working through that piece right now and working collective bargaining agreement process.
You guys left money somewhere there.
Well, no, we're the police advisory commission. We're, as you so seriously have said for so long and ingrained in all of our brains, that this is a two-way street. If we have officers that you now have, and it's a detective and is doing their job, and if they're stretched too thin, then they're gonna look elsewhere. And so, even if we put different things out, so I guess what I'm thinking is, is there something, would it be useful if something came from us or some way to look at it? I know I don't have money.
Like a recommendation.
Well, yeah, money in my pockets or something like that. I wish I did, but I don't. But just, is there a way that the commission can help facilitate this happening? So you have the people that you need to do the job that the city wants to have happen. Not that the city gets because we don't have enough officers and everybody's tired and grumpy.
That's a difficult question. I think absolutely, if you want to support and maybe write a letter to the city management and offer that support. I would say it's not as cut and dry or easy just to give one person the raise. There are certain things built into our collective bargaining agreements where once you give this person a raise, that raise goes up the chain, so everybody gets raised.
Right,
Those are
yeah.
things we have mindful of. But in my role, I'm very concerned and cognizant, I'm very much aware of the workload of the staff. And I think I made a lot of concessions to make sure that we have a welcoming and inclusive environment. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, the workload that I experienced when I came into the department is not the workload for my office. Okay. So I think there's other things that I really have to focus on other than just monetary. Throwing money at this issue is not what the correction is. Right.
And we, please know that we would not write something for individually without working with you.
Right.
So that's on me and my communication, if that was the message that you got, that it would just be something like that the department would be useful.
All right, any other questions or comments for Chief Anderson? No? All right. Let's move on to C, section C, or update on the resolution regarding legal and police discussions submitted to city council. Thank you. Are you leaving? Okay. City council, are you updating us on that?
Yeah, so when I had brought this, Tracy put it on the agenda as communication, I intended to bring it to discussion. Andrew jumped ahead and said that, going forward, communications was lead and, anything really involving, you know what I'm saying, things happening in the police department would involve YPAC at it, so, because YPAC is considered a stakeholder in, YPD, so we will be involved in the conversation going forward.
Tracy?
I think there was some conversation that they were putting, like a focus group or something together to work on this, that I think the city manager was directed by council to do that. And that's, what Councilmember Tucson is referring when they're talking about stakeholders, that they automatically considered YPAC a stakeholder, and that you would be part of those conversations. So that will be happening. We just don't know when.
So there will be some sort of notification that goes out and says, this is happening, what do you?
Absolutely.
Before it happens, after it happens?
Before it happens, yes.
It sounds like before, so that we can take an active part in
We
it.
have to have that conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're holding you to that.
Please do, please do.
Thank you, Councilman. Thank
Absolutely.
you, Councilman Tucson.
Absolutely.
So review of the YPAC ordinance. We were charged with,
I have the ordinance if you want it.
well, we were charged with going over it and any changes that we saw fit or additions. Did you make any, Commissioner Wolfoff?
I just have what Mr. Muhammad had.
Okay. Do you want to go over that with us?
Why certainly.
Thank you.
Tracy, it's a race. Who can find it first?
I don't have my laptop. I only have the city laptop. So you will win the race. Unless you want me to run and find it.
Erica's email when you're talking about his finance. We should all have it on that email.
I'm sorry?
Does the chief need to stay with us? Does the chief need to hang with us? Or can't he?
No, he said it was.
That's what he wants to say.
You want me to leave?
What you got going on?
Oh, like, I was
I appreciate it, thanks.
Cause I can't afford to pay the overtime.
Okay. So he has here in section 2-181, the following in line 6. Add to city council and before city manager.
What section?
section 6 and 181, so to make recommendations to city council and the city manager. City council goes first.
Just switching out the order of the
No,
wording.
he wants to,
Okay.
add city
To
council
city council and,
and
the words to city council.
before the city manager. And then in 8, add city council. I'll read it in a second.
For
Okay.
words to the city now.
So what he's asking is, may I read the whole thing without trying to figure it out? It would be, number 6 would be to make recommendations to the city council and city manager with regard to organizational matters and procedures. And number 8 would be to consult and advise the city council and city manager on the Ypsilanti Police Department strategic plan.
And those additions came from Commissioner Mohammed.
Yes.
And there's one more, remove,
Oh, thank you.
remove. Members shall be appointed for a maximum of 2 terms. From the bottom of section 2. That's 1 and 2.
Police Advisory Commission shall consist of 7 members and 2 youth members. Help me, help me, help me. Oh, maybe I should turn over the piece of paper and find it. So we're just gonna take this out.
Members shall be appointed for
So that's gone. So then it would be the term of members for the Ypsilanti Police Advisory Commission shall be 3 years, except that of members first appointed. Terms shall be staggered as far as practical. Period.
3-year terms with 2 terms.
The 2 is the part that he's suggesting to
No.
remove.
He wants that out.
So we're looking at
Unlimited
just
terms.
it.
You're here.
Just an indefinite thing.
And if I may,
You and I will be here
Yes.
forever. Sorry.
I think that's where the conversation came from, is that council was looking to remove those limits, term limits from most of the boards and commissions. And then they thought, well, it would be good if the commission gave us their input in general on our ordinance.
Do you guys have an opinion about that, commissioners? About removing the term limits?
I'm good with that.
Commissioner Perry?
So I didn't
He's
read
staring at me like
anything in here. And one of the things that we talked about would be to go to a variety of places to have our commission meetings. I didn't read anything in here stating that we had to be here. Is there something that I'm missing?
So I think the issue with moving the meetings around, they can be moved around, so we've done.
We've done them before.
at,
Right, we've done that,
EMU,
right.
But it's just, you gotta be careful about the places we pick, because we gotta have it recorded and all.
But
that.
if we have all that, didn't read anything, because was one thing that we really wanted to work on when we were working on our goals, is that potentially move into different places, have it in different boards or different people, and accessibility with everything that needed to happen. And when I read through this, I didn't read anything in there that we had to have in chambers, so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't prohibited and there's nothing written between the lines.
You are correct. I'm sorry.
No, and we've always had the freedom to hold our meetings in various locations.
Just why.
So yeah, there's no constraints with that.
Get it on record, that we've wanted to do that.
Any other changes or amendments that were noted? So in order to get these to the powers that be, what is our next step in that, Tracy?
If someone offers a motion that you would like to, have these recommendations sent to council, then that's what I would do. And you can even say, have the clerk send them, but when you say send them, that's me sending them to council for you. So that's all you have to do to send anything to council is pass a resolution to do it, and we will do it.
I approve that we send these, updated resolutions, corrections, or additions to city council.
I second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye. All opposed? All right,
Awesome.
that's a great job.
So it will appear on council's next agenda as communication. Like any other resolution that you would send them, but this one, I don't think they would need to take up for any action. They'll just, take into account your, the information that you've given them and use that as they're updating them accordingly.
Thank you so much. We're moving on to public comment. Is there anyone online?
There's 3 people,
Yay.
but no one has their hand up.
Okay, what about in our audience? Okay. Let's move on to section 8. Does anyone have any announcements? Councilman Tucson.
So we're still looking for a Ward 3, YPAC member, so if anybody here or anybody in the audience or anybody online knows anybody in Ward 3 that would be a good fit to be on YPAC as a commissioner, please have them put an application, give me a call, and let's figure it out. That's all I got.
So Ward 3 is the only ward where we have absolutely no representation.
Mhm.
But to get to our 7-member, we can double up on wards or triple up on wards or. Double
I
up.
think we have to fill out, cause as it stands currently, yourself, Commissioner Perry for Ward 1, Commissioner Wolkoff, and yes, Commissioner Humes for Ward 2.
And,
And
so we have 3 in Ward 2.
but does the chair count as a, okay. Well, I guess we can double up and triple up and.
But our goal is to fill that vacancy
At least
in
have 2
Ward
people.
3 at first. Okay. All right, that's your mission.
Thanks, y'all.
Commissioner Walkoff, any announcements?
Nope.
Commissioner Humes?
no,
Commissioner Perry?
I lied.
She did. Commissioner Walkoff?
I just want to say that I know there's been a lot of turmoil at the corner, the beer cooler. And it's only been on all of our conversations for now the past decade, potentially. But recently, it has been quieter and calmer. That when I drive past it, many times, I've seen you out there so many times. It is calmer and quieter. So greatly appreciative of just the lower of the chaos. And
And to that point, I'd like to give a huge shout out to 2 individuals Officer Edwards, who I see out there numerous times, you know, talking to people, and also the, executive director or the owner of Power Peace Enterprises, Deron Witherspoon. He's out there each and every day, with him and his staff, you know, just being out there.
They're being out there, right, they're there,
Right, so I want to give a huge shout out to those two individuals. They're doing a great job right there.
or they really are.
And
There was a lot of noise there this afternoon and I sent him a text and he came out and checked it out.
I just have one announcement, the annual domestic violence walk
Yes.
that normally takes place in Park Ridge. It has been moved, it is in Frog Island this year,
Mhm.
a lot more space, the track. And, they're just trying a new location. So if you haven't signed up to walk, it is $35, there's still time to join, and I'm sure you could join that morning at 8 o'clock when it starts.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Yeah.
From 8 a.m. to
8 to 12.
From 8 to 12. Oversee
Then when you're done walking, I know at Shepherd Field that same day, the community football team, where Coach Perry coaches, they are having their annual homecoming game. And it's all the little kids, it's so cute, so that's something else if
There we go.
you got extra time on your hand, go out and support the littles. Any announcements from our city clerk?
No, no, thank you.
All right, someone wanna make a move to adjourn?
So move, we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Awesome,
30-minute meeting.
I know, won't he do it?
Every time we will.
You know, that's.